share your link on all my socials.
Testing. Words.
I can still hear you.
Testing. Words.
I can still hear you.
Okay, I can hear you on the stream.
Okay. And I've got your stream loading on. There we go. Gator pepper, picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yep, there we go. Playback quality, playback speed, good. Let me pop out the chat. Make sure that window stays on top. Again. So what will we do today? I'm still looking up Blender high poly to low poly, the workflow, but most of the videos I'm finding reference an outside software called Substance Painter, and I'm not totally sure we need another software mixed into this. I'm pretty sure there's a Blender only solution that'll let you do high poly to low poly.
Mm-hmm. Trying to hold up. Doing some Q&A on game dev projects. Sound good?
Yeah. Use the since I'm putting too many up front now on the front burner. Let's use that one. TOMANYFTW.
1 second.
Typed in the chat. Hashtag too many. Future of the world.
Oh. 1 second here, and everyone could see my mouse with no context as to what's going on. Doop. Doop. And... Doop. Okay. Alt tab. Okay. General. The dreaded cube. Step 1. Delete cube. Step 2. Add cube. Even if you need the cube, delete the cube. It's curse. Okay. So what am I working on right now? Just more mustache things, or I don't have context for too many.
Yeah, I want to see if you could do something humanoid, like start a blob and like stretch out some arms and legs from it, maybe a neck and a head, and see where we go from there.
All right. What's what? Oh wait, I added a circle, not a sphere. Whoops.
I usually like to type the spacebar, type icosphere or UV sphere
Mm-hmm.
and add them that way.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that Blender gives you that option to just specifically type out what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Saves us the trouble of navigating mazes of menus.
I'm trying to remember what. Subdivide. Where it is? There it is. Wait. Smoother.
Now, I'm not sure if you want to use. Yeah. I'm not sure if you. I'm trying to remember how powerful your laptop is, whether it can handle a lot of polygons. We're trying to aim for like maybe around 20,000 for a playable character.
Ooh.
So you've got the triangle count in the lower right, I believe. Let me just
Mm-hmm.
double check that.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere here.
Currently I have 4 browser windows open.
Sphere verts. It doesn't really tell me.
Tries 0. Yeah, that's strange. Oh, select the sphere first. With right click in the view.
Oh.
It's either right click in the view or left click in the scene collection.
Object mode?
Oh, yeah, okay, object mode. Okay, triangle 63,488.
I will decimate this.
I would almost want to say, like, start with a cube. Like, start with the default cube and stretch the legs and arms out from that.
Oh, I was gonna.
With dynamic topology, it'll just add the polygons you need as you need them.
Okay. I was working on a head, but maybe I'm getting a little too ambitious here.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do the workflow where you have, like, first you do the head, and then you lock it, and then...
Got it. You there?
a single piece without having extra... Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. My internet just kind of blipped for a second. Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm not sure how we're going to do a workflow where we do multiple pieces and then have to later eliminate the inside pieces where, like, the head and the neck join.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be, like, inside polygons that are being calculated but never displayed. So we'll have to get rid of those. And I'm not sure how to get rid of those without messing up the visible polygons. How to get rid of the invisible polygons without messing up the visible ones.
All right.
And that's kind of a problem I have with Mr. Mutt or Mr. Mustache and his ears, because the ears are separate pieces, and yeah, there's gonna be inside pieces, and it's basically he's basically gonna animate not like a dog but like a toy dog with the ears being separate pieces. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
So to make it look organic, we got to have this. We got to have the topology look a bit more like a single piece.
Okay.
Unless we want to do a world where, like, the living creatures are made up of separate pieces. I mean, that's, now that I think about it, there's lots of 2D games that do that with paper doll animations. Like each segment of the arm is a separate piece, and they animate and they move like they're separate pieces, and that kind of bugs me a little. But I guess for people who've grown up on, like, Newgrounds and Flash animation, maybe they're used to that and it looks normal and good for them, you know? So yeah, I guess it's a bit like 3D paper doll animation when I look at it, when I think about it.
Maybe I should have subdivided this just a little.
No, dynamic topology.
Okay, yeah. Got
Dynamic
it.
topology and a small brush and zoom in, and it should, and use the draw tool rather than the grab tool.
Okay.
Yes, squeakies. We have a squeaky kid in here today.
Aw.
Mew mew. Mew mew. Kind of looks like a torso already.
Yep. Wait. The arm would be a little bit more in the center. Ah! I'm just squishing the back a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Maybe I should deflate this. What am I doing? Or... There we go. Smooth it. Da-da-da-da. It's getting there. Progress.
Yeah. I think you've genuinely got some talent here. Like, you've got an instinct for, like, good human-looking shapes in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look away for a second, and you've already done something better than I could. You've already sculpted this, like, cube into a torso better than I could even imagine it, possibly. I want to say play around with the brush and stroke settings up top, because if you want to, maybe you can like, either this will help you or it'll help you give me some insight on what I'm doing wrong. Because the brush and stroke settings that I use are a fast, strong airbrush, so that I can see faster differences in my sculpts as they happen. But they also tend to spiral out into like some kind of rubber ducking here, because I can kind of see what I'm doing wrong just by explaining it. But yeah, they kind of spiral out of control as I keep using it. Maybe I just need to use weaker brush settings more often. But I'd like to see how you handle a strong airbrush.
Strong airbrush. How do I do that again? I'm sorry.
Up to stroke?
Stroke. Okay. There we go.
So stroke, airbrush, and... Oh, yeah, stroke method, from space to airbrush.
Okay. There we go.
And then
the rate.
The rate, yeah, the rate should be lowered down to the bottom. Because the rate is how, like, right now, the airbrush is 1 tick, or 10 ticks per second. Moving it down makes the airbrush faster.
Maybe not that fast. Not that fast. Too fast. Holy. What?
Probably want a smaller brush size too.
Yeah.
And I think shift clicking will always use the smooth tool. Temporarily, like as long as you're holding shift, you'll use the smooth tool. And control click does the opposite of your current tool. So yeah, blobbing extends a blob of clay out of wherever you click. And then unblobbing will cause a crater to appear instead, or flatten out a blob. And then smoothing will also flatten out the blobs. It'll average the.
I probably should crease this area.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh, this is looking.
Make sure to adjust the brush size as you do with F.
Yeah. Oh, this poor torso is looking like a crumpled piece of paper.
Still looking better than anything I could do. I think every time you change tools, each tool has its own brush settings too. So all the tools are by default space, space brush method, and yeah, the defaults basically.
Okay, and this looks like some weird body horror kind of thing so far. It's just a blob, a human-esque, just blob of not really flesh, but something.
I mean, it looks like a carved bust.
Mm-hmm.
At least from the front, it looks pretty good. In the back, it might still look kind of cube-like.
Hello, sir.
Lizard people. May I take your order? I really want to take your order.
Squish back here.
It's always important to check your angles, to check all the other angles. See, I still have to finish sharing your stream. Come in, ask us about our 3D action RPG. DW Indie Dev. While at VRY, that one learns sculpting in hashtag B3D.
I love how the triangles look like a face, sort of. It looks like a very artsy looking face. You've got the upper eye here, the other
If I
eye here,
recall.
the nose.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, kinda. It's a very, what are you doing to me kind of expression. Shrug. Too many dash feature while very random flat learn sculpt in Blender 3D. Send.
I just want to have this as a statue. Just that face.
I have a friend with a 3D printer you could send that to.
Done. Like pulling taffy.
I don't think I ever got an opportunity to pull taffy. Is it fun?
I haven't really either, but you know, getting the whole stretching motion.
Yeah. I wonder if it might be like I'm thinking. This is the same as last time that I'm thoughts are going through my head about how we are asymmetrical creatures. Like, we're not perfectly symmetrical, and I wonder how 3D artists incorporate this into their character designs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they not symmetrize, or do they intentionally sculpt, like as they're sculpting, do they put their asymmetries in there like right then, or do they make a symmetrical character and then put in the asymmetries?
Hmm. But
Or could it be that adding the asymmetries at all puts the character into uncanny valley territory,
mm-hmm.
whereas going for a symmetrical, less realistic, design lets our minds project the asymmetries and other imperfections onto the character.
I feel like it depends on the developer and also the game, though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of them go for more symmetrical, like hairstyles, for example.
Mm-hmm.
At least in a lot of older titles, you see that. They go with the split in between with the hair and the polygon. Well, the face is literally
Yeah.
just a square or trapezoid.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I kind of want to look up let's see, Mario 64. Mario 64. Although if I look up the Mario 64 face, they're going to come up with the face that they show you in the intro, the one that you can stretch and squish.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is basically, since the entire scene is just Mario's face, they can put all of their polygon count into his face there. But his in-game face, like the most distinguishing thing there is the nose sticking out of the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's. I wonder if I could just sort of count the polygons in there. Honestly, maybe like seven-sided, like a seven-sided prism, and like of course it tapers at the bottom for his chin, and then it's got two sticky outy bits for his ears and one sticky outy bit for the nose, and then everything else is texture. And the mustache, of course. The mustache probably has the most polygons in there. But the face itself, because there's not much shading going on, it is mostly left up to your imagination. Like you don't see freckles or just like pores. I remember joking with my friends about how like games will get so detailed in the future you'll be able to see the athlete's sweat pores, and now you can.
Yep.
And it's just unnecessarily, like in my opinion anyway, unnecessary amounts of detail, because who's going to zoom in to look at the sweat pores?
Somebody. There is some.
Yeah.
If the internet exists, there's someone for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
But we've also got sites like Rule 34, where if you want certain details, you can go to those sites for those details.
Well, maybe they don't want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really just trying to get get a basic body torso thing.
Yeah. You got the upper arms.
I feel like it needs a little
The
bit
elbows
more.
might be a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
I guess if it were me, I would sculpt the arms with like a bend where the elbow is to really distinguish, to really show where the elbow is.
Or I could just erase these, smooth them out, start again,
Possible.
and start with like a T-pose kind of deal.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Mm-hmm. Is it like, I think I haven't, well, because I haven't worked in the game and 3D game and movie industry, I can't imagine a character standing in a T-pose. It's not, like it might be easy to craft animations from, like to craft their relaxed standing pose from a T-pose, to rig and pose like that. But for me, like I would probably want to try sculpting them into their standing pose, then changing the pose, and updating the model from there.
Mm-hmm. Why is this particular point just not wanting to unpoint?
Use the shift. Use the shift button. Shift and sculpt to smooth. To use the smooth tool.
Die, arm nipples. They are
Or it
refusing.
might be there might be a sculpting glitch in there that you might have to use an extra, like, what one guy did, puts a blob of clay over a weird part of the figure and then joins it to the figure.
There we go.
And
Ha!
uses a Boolean, shoot, what was it? Boolean union.
I fixed it. I
Okay.
blobbed it over. Like caking makeup over it.
Yeah, I remember when we first tried sculpting together, we got a lot of holes in our figure, holes and flipped normals and stuff, and Blender itself couldn't figure out which side was out. So we would have to. It seems like the easiest solution, if it isn't just one polygon, like if it's one triangle missing or flipped, then like erase it. Erase it. Merge by distance the nearby vertices, and maybe like subdivide that little bit too, to reintroduce the necessary detail. But if it's a lot of them, then take blobs of clay and stick them over the error, join them with a Boolean modifier, and smooth it over in sculpting. So it's basically like in clay sculpting, sticking an extra blob of clay over the weird part and smoothing it out. Okay, so I have shared on Twitter. I want to share on Discords. Yes.
This is not symmetrical. This bothers me.
Well, we can fix it with a symmetrize operation in object in edit mode.
Yeah.
Just pick the side that looks best and symmetrize that to the other side. So edit, select all with A. Yeah, space, symmetrize. Let's see, we either want plus X to minus X or minus X to plus X, depending on which side we think looks better.
I like the right side a little bit better, at least with the arm.
Okay.
So that would be plus X to minus X, right?
If it's not the one you're looking at, then change it to the other one.
Well, I think.
Alrighty.
Let me play around with this.
Mm-hmm. So plus Y to minus Y is back to front, front to back, which is usually not how you want to how to symmetrize someone, and then Z would be top to bottom. bottom to top.
Mhm.
Which, I guess if you're maybe doing monster designs, it might be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe I should have worked with a more cube design. Guess now I've just got this weird looking blob. Why won't anybody love me?
It does look humanoid, though. And you could always use the smooth tool to make things look a little better. So I'd probably want to go to get the arms straight out. Go to top view,
Top.
and then proportional sculpt the arms backwards. Top is numpad 7.
Oh. They've got some dolphin fin hands coming here.
Yeah. Inflate, deflate tools to help with that.
I like to pull as well. Some. Okay, maybe not that much. Okay. Inflate. Oh, this poor person's arms.
Oh, I just noticed one person that that we're kind of following each other in game dev. Lendrigan Games has posted an update on his roguelike dungeons under Ganar.
Nice.
I'll have to look at that later. And oh, I should have been posting this on the Godot Discord as well, because they have, I think they have a show off your work kind of channel here somewhere. Godot Discord showcase. Yes.
It's looking a little better.
I hope that live streams are okay in showcase. Oh no, wait, maybe not. Maybe I should delete that. It would be
Maybe.
showcases for work done in Godot. So this is work done in Blender. In Blender for a game made in Godot, but yeah, I don't think it would qualify. I'll probably just look around the Godot Discord a little more before self-promoting there.
I can't help but laugh at this. It just keeps looking sillier and sillier every time. I'm trying.
Well, yeah, you've got a huge brush size as well. So you're not just pulling on the back of the arm to inflate it. You're pulling on the entire arm to squash and pull it. So what I would do is, if you want to use the grab tool, decrease the pen size so that you're only influencing the part you're pulling at.
Mm-hmm. You said control and shift, right? For
Yeah,
the
shift
opposite?
is the smooth tool, control is the opposite tool.
Okay.
Promotional. This might be. Oh no, wait. I really should have scouted this out beforehand to see what channels are appropriate for self-promoting something like this. But I have shared it to our usual places.
Alright. Ooh.
I'll clip into the mic a little bit.
Oh. Oh.
Those are some bulging muscles.
Bat wings. Okay. Okay, I think I put the crease way too... Not Z. Darn it. Control Z. I may have goofed. Ah. Just a little. So I added a crease where I probably shouldn't have added a crease, so.
So would control clicking uncrease? Or actually, I think the opposite of crease is smooth. But either smoothing or creasing should fix it.
Yeah, I think it did.
Hi, meow meow. Hi. He's just kind of staring at me every now and then. Not particularly chatty today.
Okay, I think now would be a good time to crease it about right there. And maybe right there for the wrists. Oh, that poor face. How do I change the camera again? Is it shift?
Control.
Okay.
Yeah, shift middle click to pan the camera. Control middle click to zoom in and out. And I believe just middle click to orbit around your image. Middle click and drag, that is. Yeah.
There we go. We need to fix that
And if you
weird
want,
diamond face mug.
yeah, adding some detail to it.
It looks like I have a
So
little...
zooming in, with the dynamic topology enabled, zooming
Oh.
in and shift.
That was disabled. Zooming in and shift.
Zooming in and using the shift smooth tool and a small pen size should allow you to add detail to the face. Of course, keep an eye on your triangle count in the lower right.
Mm-hmm.
Although, yeah, the face is probably going to have the most detail in the character model. I would say at least 50%, if not maybe closer to 90%.
Nope.
It's kind of a lion face now. Hello, meow meow. Meow meow.
Little pout here.
Huh, maybe. Oh, yeah, okay, I see it now.
It's a very sour palate.
Hmm. Kids today, it's your computer aided technology. Humph. Reminds me of the grumpy old man puppet that Jeff Dunham uses.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of bugs me about the anime style is that it tries to minimize the presence of the nose as much as possible. Like,
Right.
if you eliminate the nose entirely, then it looks weird. But if you have, like, it still looks kind of weird that there's just this absolutely minimal presence of the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, like, the nose doesn't really express emotion the way that the eyes and the mouth and everything else on the face does.
But it
But, I
adds
mean,
character.
it's there. It should be there, because it is a big part of our face.
Oop. Too many creases. Wait. Too many creases.
Hmm. Like with a low detail face like this, I think it looks all right.
You think?
We can
Yeah.
just, if we go shade smooth, then yeah, if we go shade smooth or add a material,
Mm-hmm.
once we add a skin material, it'll look fine.
Or maybe go with a flatter face.
Yeah,
Flat face syndrome.
I don't know if we would. I was just thinking that. Like, I don't think we'll need to reduce detail from like what we have here, because yeah, like again, the face is going to have most of the detail of our character models,
Mm-hmm.
at least a lot. But like there might be some fancy clothes that'll have a lot of detail in them too, like lots of buttons or frills or something.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, frills wouldn't be a lot of detail. Frills would be a texture.
Mm-hmm.
Buttons might be like shininess mapping. I know that when I was playing, when Xenoblade 2 was new, and I was playing through it, and I was just learning how to do a specific kind of mapping where, like, if you're running along the ground and part of it is worn out, so like part of the ground is brand new and it's shiny, and part of it is like scuffed up or um, dull,
Mm-hmm.
and both of those are on a single texture. I was just learning how to do that at that time, so I was starting to notice it in the games I was playing.
Oh. Whoops.
If you want to focus on a particular model, select the model and hit numpad dot.
Mm-hmm.
Numpad dot should set the camera into the middle of whatever you're working on.
I'm creating some miniature feet here and I didn't even notice it. Change your angles.
Yes, change angles often, almost as often as saving.
Yep.
Save often, change angles often.
change angles because yeah, now it's chicken legs.
I kind of see it as like a shirt that flares out at the bottom.
Could do that, but you know that might actually help eliminate some geometry here. You know what? For a test dummy, I think we can allow it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's some kind of hoodie deal or like one of those hoodies that somehow is just a single layer, well, more like a
Yeah.
vest kind of deal.
Yeah, it's very easy to see that, like the hood hanging from the back there.
Yeah. Ah, I ruined it.
Hi, Phoenix.
Phoenix!
Yeah, VRB is just it's very talented at using Blender. Have you done like I think I asked this last time too, but how much like clay sculpting have you done throughout
Re-
your artistic pursuits?
really not too much. Just every now and again when I was a kid and I had clay, I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. So I kind of wonder if this is like 2D artistic knowledge that just sort of naturally carries over into 3D perception.
I mean, some of it still needs work because this is pretty bad. I'm going to add a bit more geometry here. Just need a little bit more puff for the clothes. Wrinkles and such.
Yeah.
Smooth it. Maybe just a hair? Oh, no. I don't know what I did.
Check your triangle count. What do we got there?
Triangles, it doesn't tell me, but object mode 6,000.
Okay, yeah, we're still on track then. It's always good to check how many triangles you're dealing with, especially if your system's starting to slow down. It might be warning you that you're reaching like some kind of performance limit.
Mm-hmm. One benefit, I am on a somewhat higher end laptop.
Okay.
I mean,
I guess I kind of vaguely remember you talking about getting a new laptop, but I
yeah,
wasn't sure how powerful it was.
it was this one's a gaming laptop. It's pretty decent.
All right. With all the talk about the new GPUs and stuff, it's hard to tell. Like, you still can't really swap out the GPU on a laptop, can you? So you have to work with whatever it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
And Intel tried to do a thing where they, like with Haswell, the Intel Haswell architecture, which has a GPU stuck on top of the CPU.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how well that works. I don't think there's much support for it because it's not open source and it's not like there's this whole new thing coming out in terms of open source hardware to match with open source software called RISC-V, RISC-V.
Mm-hmm.
And I think only the first RISC-V hardware came out recently. I want to say it's a phone, but it might be a laptop. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Actually, let me look it up now while I am not the one doing the live stream. I can actually look it up. Actually, open up a browser. RISC-V news within the past month. I want to say within the past week even. News.
Might be trying to straighten this out just a little bit.
Neuromorphic AI runs on multi-core RISC-V processors. $7 ago. Okay, I know it was more than just a couple hours ago. Any time past week. So let's see. India is entering the RISC-V CPU market.
Honestly,
T-Mobile?
they should go for more modular models and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that
Yeah.
should be the way to
Well,
go.
Yeah, it's just that when you, at least around here, when people talk about laptops, then there's just like a couple of big brands like HP or Dell or maybe Alienware. I don't know if Alienware does laptops, but they do desktops. I hear about people buying Alienware desktops
Yep, they do
for gaming computers. Yeah.
laptops. This one in particular is an
Okay.
Acer.
Yeah, Acer's another one. If you're going to do modular laptops, it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to say just one name like that. It's going to be like, you're going to be talking about a bunch of parts.
Right.
Acer might make the case, but then, I don't know, Cooler Master might make the fans, and you might have a choice of whether to use NVIDIA or AMD for the GPU, and whether to use RISC-V or Intel for the processor, and so on.
Actually, I think this kind of works for the shoulders too, because they could just have a very unironed shirt here.
Maybe.
I mean, look at this.
If it's going to be wrinkly, then we'll have to animate the wrinkles.
I mean, it could just be really, I don't know. Smooth this out. Maybe not. Maybe not over that far of a distance.
Yeah. It's also a consideration whether we want to have. I think, like, specifically for too many, I want to have the characters wear distinct outfits.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what you do for armor might be accessories like shields or belts or accessories, basically, that go over your clothes, but your clothes stay the same to give you a distinct look, as opposed to having, like, have your armor also change your outfit. I think, like, I'm on the fence about that just because, like, I want to do armor that changes your outfit, but I also want a distinct look for your character.
Mm-hmm.
Or a distinct look for each character. And one of the weaknesses of having a game where everyone can change their clothes, like if you think about Dragon Quest IX, for instance, if everyone has the best armor and the best weapon, then they all look the same.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to avoid that situation. I think there's even a scene in Dragon Quest IX where it's a pre-rendered cutscene where something happens, but you have to put on a special, like, an entire dragon armor suit that covers your whole body, so that when you ride the dragon in the cutscene, you look like what the hero in the cutscene looks like.
Well, that ain't gonna be problematic.
You've played through Dragon Quest IX, haven't you?
I haven't. Oh, wait.
Oh, you
yeah,
haven't?
wait. I have. Wait, is that the one with the sentinels, the angel beings?
Sentinels, yeah.
Okay, yes. I have
Sentinels in the
played
Stars
through it.
guy.
I haven't beaten it.
Okay. I had when I had gotten it, I got it with I found like 3 friends to play through it with, so that we could all go through the dungeons together, and we were like it was fun going through the dungeons and getting the prizes and all, but apparently we had no idea of how to take full advantage of the random dungeon generation in that game.
Mhm.
So, like by the time we figured out what the secret was to getting the best prizes at the best times, we had all moved on to other games.
And then not only that, like the prizes that you get over time, like
Hmm.
they used to have daily prizes. By the
Yeah,
time I
the
got
Dragon
that
Quest
game,
Spot Pass service.
but by the time I got that game, that service has been long discontinued.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh.
It changed. I believe it changed every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was just basically a custom online shop that you would. Well, not even online. It was a custom shop that was
Hey.
downloaded to your system. So whatever shop you were on when the service ended would be that shop permanently.
Mm-hmm. Well, there we
Hey,
go.
we got a dress happening.
Yeah. Even has folds.
Hmm. But we don't have legs.
No
We don't have
legs.
legs or feet or shoes.
We could solve this problem. Cratering this,
Uh-huh.
modeling little blobs for feet. Right? Did it? Oh my gosh, this poor person's hips. What are their hips?
Phoenix is like, "Whoa, Christy, that's amazing, dude! You did that so fast."
They need hips.
All right, we got some hips defined.
Right.
Oh, a little bit too fast to change there.
The one thing I hated about Dragon Quest IX was how blue it was. Like, my gosh, everything. You went to a
Blue.
town, it's like, okay, who died?
Oh, okay. How sad everything is.
Yes! I really hated that part about it. It's just like
Yeah, it was
everything.
episodic. Yeah, episodic tragedies.
Yes! Like, it was starting all fun, and then there was that one village where that one person spoilered,
Hmm.
and then it just went downhill from there.
And those slices of fruits that like just made things worse. They made things
Yes.
worse when they were there, and they made things worse when they were gone too.
Yes.
So you never really feel like you're solving anything until like way after the end, and then like the post-end quests and the post-end stuff after that,
Oh,
like
the
some optional quest after that,
like that
where you have
quest
to
with
do one
the
of the dungeons.
girl and the doll. Ugh.
Hmm.
That one was freaky. That one was just weird. Oh, broken geometry.
Yeah, it's hard to do like those long triangles there. We might have to deal with that somehow.
There we
They
go.
look good when you're going for that kind of look, but I think they're closer to errors than actual detail.
Problem solved.
All right.
Somewhat.
Dynamic topology, is it on? Like when your triangles are
Oh
stretching, that might mean
no.
that dynamic topology is
Why
on.
is it? Oh, you know what? I went to object
Every
mode.
tool. Yeah. Also, every tool change has its own setting for dynamic topology as well, I think.
Oh, crud. Well, I am solving this problem.
small brush smoothing with dynamic topology on should add the necessary amount of detail.
Fix that
And get
broken.
rid of stretch triangles. I think there's also automatic retopologizing as well, but you are going to need you might be able to do it with this computer, but I'll need a computer that's more powerful than mine to properly retopo the way that I would like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Squeaky. He's just waking up, so he keeps doing the meow yawns.
Aww. I know this is probably a bad idea.
Meow meow.
Nope. Wrong button. Windows button. Bad. Well, it didn't like you could see the feet from here.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could structure it like bones, though.
We could.
Maybe
I'm
not.
thinking about like if we had enough detail in there, we could have a rig set up that would have the legs kind of press against the front of the dress as she walked.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might not even have to model the legs. You could just use shape keys on the dress
Mm-hmm.
to like shape what the leg looks like through the dress when it's pushing it on the front of the dress, like while she's walking.
Mm-hmm.
Which might be it might be good, or it might be like we might be doing something simple the hard way.
I'm just saving
One
this.
thing it would guarantee, though, one thing it would guarantee is it would make sure that the leg, like, because an actual leg doesn't exist in that sense, it would guarantee that a leg does not stick through the dress, like the leg doesn't clip through the dress, the way that a lot of games that have a naked character and then clothing drawn on top, they'll have the character's skin clip through the clothing while the character moves. So we would be preventing that by using this method.
Side note, I have some bad news. I accidentally saved over the silly face model.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I went to save just out of habit. I'm like, oh wait.
And can't undo a can't undo a save.
No.
Remember to zoom in and use a small pen size or small brush size with dynamic topology on to add just a little bit of detail that you want.
Mm-hmm. If I'm not having the actual bone, well, like 3D model, you might as well have like the crease.
Yeah. Suggestion for the figure.
Yeah.
Body hugging dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meow meow. One of these days you'll have your cat cam. Perhaps we should also set up for a Bambi Sandy cam too.
Aw, Bambi's just like, I'm tired. Why are you up? She's looking at me with this pitiful face.
Oh, yeah, it's past 9, isn't it?
Oh. You there? Okay. I think it blipped out again.
Okay. So hopefully I'm not keeping you up too late.
Yeah. Probably good to stop here, huh?
Okay, yeah.
It went from Nightmarian creature to Nightmarian dress wearing
Marion.
hoodie back character.
Yeah, we got something.
Yeah, it's
Not
definitely
bad.
something.
Yeah. I actually added a friend of mine who she said she has something like three 3D printers. So that's something I will want to talk with her about at some point. Like if she could recommend one for me,
Mm,
or if I could get some kind of prints done with her,
mm,
depending on like if she's selling prints, then I don't want to step on her business,
mm.
step on her toes. But yeah, maybe we could send her that part of the video where you had that creature that you wanted the figure of,
Mm.
and she could figure something out for you.
I mean, worst case scenario, there's always something else.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. Um. Oh yeah, the plugs.
Yay! So we are developing too many future of the world for Linux, possibly low level or low spec Linux systems like the Raspberry Pi. And we're hoping if this game turns out really well, then we can get a publisher to bring it to the Nintendo Switch. I have a Patreon to fund this at https://patreon.com/QMulative. That's QMulative, all as one word. And let's see, I live stream on Twitter and very random butterfly live streams here, and we alternate between dev streams and game streams, between well the games that we're making and the games that inspire us. Have you got anything to add, VRB?
Uh, Nothing on my end that comes to mind.
I just figure this is your stream, so
I
you're the one in the driver's seat.
lately I've been just doing lots of either this or art streams or just playing a game. Lately I've just been into streaming. It's nice. It's chill. Not too many editing shenanigans. I don't know. It's fun just interacting with people and just
Yeah.
doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also do all this stuff. I paint backgrounds. I try to figure other things out. And I create Nightmarian 3D blobs.
I still think it looks pretty good.
Hmm.
Like definitely better than I could do in all the time that I knew that you could do sculpting in Blender.
Mhm.
Like I'll probably try and open Blender and try and sculpt something. I don't know how long I'll take on it or how long I could even stand to look at the whatever I try to create before I end up quitting out of frustration.
Hmm.
Thank you, Phoenix.
There we go. Now with hair.
Got some hair. Yeah. Remember that the hair will be going a little bit away from the camera or a little bit away from center.
Mhm. A little away from center.
Considering the yeah, like look at the hair from above.
Ah. Oh.
Yeah, so like the when you're extending it, you're because you were looking at it from not quite the side view. It was dynamic. Oh, dynamic song. Because you were looking at it from not quite the side view, you were pushing the hair backwards, and because it was symmetrizing, it wouldn't go past the middle, so it was thinning out.
Anyway, I probably should end the stream.
Alrighty.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.